Hello designers, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is GIGI. I am a fashion designer based in London. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this Brazilian bikini bottom. The sewing pattern is available to download in the description below. If you like this video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Now let's get started. You're going to need the following supplies. Place your fabric on fold and then cut one for your front and back piece. Repeat with your lining. Now cut the waistband on fold. This is all the piece you should have. Now place your main fabric right side together and pin on the crotch seam. We're going to sew around there. And then get your lining piece as well. Place right side together and pin on the crotch seam. And we're going to mark a hole so that we can turn our swimsuit right side out later. Just mark around how much you feel comfortable. I usually do around 3 centimeters to 4. Now sew there and there. Go ahead in your overlock machine and just sew along using 0.5 seam allowance. Seam allowance is already included on my patterns. You don't have to use the overlock here when you do your lining piece for the crotch area. You can use your sewing machine first. Make sure you enforce your stitch, because obviously when we're going to turn the bikini bottom right side out, we're going to stretch a lot. So this is the hole that I left. So now that we have sewed the crotch seam, place your lining and your main fabric right side together and then pin on the leg opening and on the waist. And make sure your seam are aligned together. Those clips are really handy. I love them. Pin the leg opening and the waist seam. Do this for both sides. We're going to sew there, but let's do the waist seam as well. So then we're going to sew all the way around. Just sew along using 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Now mark around 1 centimeters. We want to make sure that when we attach our elastic, we don't go all the way around the corner seam. Just mark 1 centimeters to the 4 corners, just how I'm doing here. Just follow my guide here. So now attach your elastic starting from those marks that we did, and we're only going to add the elastic on the leg opening and there. I highly recommend, if you are doing a swimwear, to get this elastic foot attachment for your overlock machine, because it's going to make your sewing process much easier. So I highly recommend. I know it's quite expensive sometimes, but I definitely say get one if you can. So I have my one for probably, I don't know, like 6 years, and it just make my sewing process easier using the elastic foot, really, and it's definitely worth the price. And I also recommend, if you do get elastic foot attachment, to make sure you buy a genuine one from your sewing machine or your overlock brand, because you don't want to buy a fake one, because that will ruin your machine. Please don't do that. Now that we have add the elastic on the leg opening, we're going to turn our bikini bottom right side out, just through that hole that we left on the crotch seam. So next, we need to mark around 1.5 centimeters. That's to create a channel to attach the waistband. So get your pin and just place the pin, so that is going to be your guide when you go to your sewing machine. And just tuck in any excess fabric from the corner. Just tuck in and then pin. Do the same for the rest of them, because when we do that and we do the straight stitch, those excess fabric that we just tuck in is going to be sewn. And this is gonna help giving us bikini bottom really nice professional finish. So now set your machine into a straight stitch and then just sew along, and make sure you back stitch. Now we're going to do to the other side. That's that. Place your band right side together. And we're going to sew there. Now for the waistband, right side together lengthwise and pin on the seams. So there, and we need to leave a hole to use that later. You understand why we leave that hole? Just leave a hole around 1 to 2 centimeters. Just go ahead in your overlock machine and just stitch along. So I like to go back and then just reinforce my stitch. That's the hole that we're going to need later. So now turn your waistband right side out. So get your bikini bottom. Now put your loop turner through that channel we create for the bottom. Now insert your band. So now pull to the other side as well. And make sure when you push your band that is nice and tidy, because obviously that will just be much easier. So now untie your band. You don't have to do this, but you can do this later, but I like to do that. So next, pay attention to this designer. So we're going to use this hole, but before we do that, put one end of the band inside the end of the other band end, and then pull through that hole that we left earlier, and then just tidy up right side together and pin right side together from the inside. And we're going to stitch there. So there. Since I have to go to the sewing machine, so I'm going to close the hole at the crotch seam as well. So there. So there. Use a straight stitch. Make sure you back stitch and do couple stitch when you do the band. So I personally like to do around like 3 stitch. I just go over 3 times. Now trim an excess fabric from the band and pull through that hole that we left earlier. Just tight a little bit if you want to, and we're going to close this hole with a sewing machine, or you can do by hand stitch. We're going to sew there. I have already closed the crotch seam. Now go ahead in your sewing machine and close the hole on the band, and make sure you back stitch as well. We have closed the hole. Now just tied a little bit, and your Brazilian bikini bottom is done, and it's fully reversible, designers. I really wanted to show you this Brazilian bikini bottom because it's actually one of my favorite, because I personally only use Brazilian swimsuit, and I've been using Brazilian swimsuit since I was 16, so they're my favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and then thank you so much. I'll see you on my next video.